regular season action in the Basketball Champions League, and we have Dinamo Sassari getting ready to face Stelmet Zielona Gora of Poland in a Group E game. Well, expectations always high at the start of the season for the teams like Sassari and Zielona Gora. So many possibilities. Sassari have had some big moments over the years, and their fans are hoping this is going to be a special one. They are off to a 2-1 start in the Italian top flight. Looking at this here tonight, boy, we thought we were going to have a much better game in the first one. AEK Athens taking on Sanok Ole, and boy, the Greeks really put a hurting on the team from Hungary, 92-49. And you saw the other games that are going to be played in this opening round in Group E. So AEK Athens sending out a statement early on that they could very well be a team that could go deep into this competition. So Zielona Gora won the Polish title last season. The Basketball Champions League is sure to give them some big tests that they're going to have to pass if they want to lay down their marker and really make a name for themselves in this debut season of the Basketball Champions League, which really does have the makings of a great competition. As we're in the regular season, we've got 40 teams in the Basketball Champions League now, a total of 280 games in the regular season, 5 groups of 8 teams. As we said, this is Group E, and just a lot of excitement. The Zielona Gora team is going to have some Polish internationals in their team, a Ukraine international, Igor Zaitsev. They've got Thomas Kaladi, a terrific shooter, but you've got Gruszecki, number 33. You've got Zamaski, number 35. Hrycaniak, number 34. Players that play for Poland's national team. So, you know, the people back home watching them, they'll be excited to see them get out on the floor tonight. Zamaski's a terrific player. When you look at Dinamo Sassari, they too have some exciting talents like Rok Stepcevic, who played for Croatia at the Olympics this summer. Duško Ševanović now with this team, the Serbian, number 20. Gabriel Olaseni, number 25. Michele Ebeling. You got Jack DeVecchi, Trevor Lacey, Darius Johnson-Odom. Trevor Lacey played American college basketball back in North Carolina, played for the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and left early, had high hopes of having a successful professional career, and here he is playing at Italy's top flight and now in the Basketball Champions League. Arthur Gronek is now the coach of Zielona Gora. He's been an assistant the previous 3 years, highly rated for Dinamo Federico Paschini. And they will know that it's important to get off to a good start, and especially Paschini with his team at home tonight. They want to really capitalize on that home court advantage. How good will this Zielona Gora team be, especially away from home? Also, Lukas Koszarek, I failed to mention him, another Polish international there on the left of your screen. Well, just in terms of your Italian geography, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Sassari is actually in the island of Sardinia. Wonderful place. So you have to, I guess, leave the mainland, so to speak, to head out on the boat or fly to Sassari. But it's the good life, and the people there like their basketball. Great place to come and play if you're Poland. If you're from Poland, rather. Get a sample of different style of life, a little bit of Mediterranean food. And we're about 4.5 minutes away from the opening tip. Both teams now exchanging pleasantries here at midcourt. And the refereeing crew tonight, we have referees from France, Slovenia, and Bulgaria. Nicholas Maestre, Milan Nedovic, and Vintislav Vedlikov. They will be calling the shots tonight. Well, good evening, folks. If you're just joining us, we're broadcasting live from Sassari, Italy. And it's Zielona Gora from Poland. The team that won the Polish title last season has traveled to Sardinia to take on Dinamo Sassari. Zielona Gora wearing the green. And their starting five is going to be Julian Francis Vaughn at center, Thomas Kaladi and Karol Grishecki at guard, Nemanja Jursic at power forward center, and Lukas Kaczarek, another guard. So Jursic will be actually playing more of a power forward tonight. And how about this man right here, Artur Gronek, previously the assistant, has been handed the reins. Sasu Filipovsky, that coached Zielona Gora last season. And now Gronek gets his chance. For Dinamo Sassari, we're going to have Darius Johnson-Odom at the point, Trevor Lacey shooting guard, Tyler Deca at center, Duško Ševanović at power forward, and Josh Carter at small forward. And there's Pasquini, Federico Pasquini, the Sassari head coach, drawing up some plays here before the opening tip. We also have Charleroi and Besiktas on tonight in Group E. And we've already had Ike Athens winning convincingly. So they beat Solnik Ole and really did come out and play impressive basketball. Got contributions from a whole cast of characters.
Julian. Very soft fans. We go one side, contact. 5 on 4. Sprint down. Open up. Pass. Sprint. 2 men after screen. A 4. We come in. Pass. Okay, pass to the basket. Let's do it press.
Artur Gronek, just 31 years of age, so a huge opportunity for him early in his career. Pasquini, meanwhile, born in 1962, so he's got a few years on his opponent tonight. Here's Kaczarek, part of that Polish team that qualified once again, and Grishecki as well, qualified for the FIBA Eurobasket. right before the start of the season. Thomas Kaladi has also played for Poland. He's a naturalized Pole. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sassari, Italy. It's the Basketball Champions League. It's Dinamo Sassari taking on Stelmet Zielona Gora from Poland. And it's a Group E game. It's the opening round of this regular season. Zamaski gets it inside, goes up, tries to use the glass. Excuse me, it's Poland now with the ball. Kaszarek. And Kaladi goes behind his back. That was Juricic that missed that shot, excuse me. And Vaughn puts it up. Kaladi off target. Gurasheki with the rebound. And he's short. And now Kaladi has it back. And they get the new shot clock. Now Kaladi puts up the jumper again and misses. And the swat from Zielona Gora. And traveling is the call on number 42, Juricic. So that was Ledeka, in fact, who got it blocked and who also missed early on for Sassari. Savanovic, number 20, hands it off. Lacey gets it over to Savanovic. And the Serbian is short, but a foul called on Zielona Gora. Sassari inbound it. They get it to Vaughn. Excuse me, they get it to Johnson Odom. Johnson Odom puts it up. Lefty, it's short. Carter gets it back inside, and Ledeka goes up strong. And now quickly, chance to run. Johnson Odom hands it off. Inside it goes, Ledeka, and he missed the layup. So it was a good jump by Johnson Odom. Johnson Odom inbounds it again. Now he's got it out of the perimeter. And the jump shot from Carter. And it's going to be Sassari ball. So Zaitsev is going to come in. He comes in for Juricic. Zaitsev played in that Ukraine team that competed at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in 2014. Carter, count it! And now 5-0 for Dinamo Sassari. Kaszarek dribbles between the legs, passes back outside to Lucas Kaszarek. Koshadik puts it up, and Vaughn rebounds it but throws it into the hands of the home team. Another long jump shot is good. Now Koshadik. And the ball goes out of bounds. So that was Carter's second three-pointer for Sassari, who jumped out to an 8-0 lead. And good defense that time forces the turnover. Now Zamoski's in the game. Gudasheki takes the seat. Savanovic. And just kind of lost it as he went up. Zaitsev out on the perimeter. Hands it off to Koshadik. 10 on the shot clock. Koshadik probes, bounce pass to Vaughn. What a play, and he's got a chance. No, they're going to call travel on Vaughn. Traveling on the big man. So inauspicious start for Zielona Gora. Timeout on the floor. Well, when you're on the road and you fall into an 8-0 hole, it doesn't bode well for your chances. Bearing in mind, though, that Josh Carter hit a couple of threes. This team just needs to settle down. So Josh Carter, 2 of 3 from three-point range. For Dinamo Sassari, he leads the scoring. And big man Vaughn there for Zielona Gora. Got 1 rebound and a couple turnovers. And another drive and a basket from Lacey. And that takes that lead up to 10-0. Johnson Odom bumps into the Zielona Gora player. Foul's been called. And the drive. And Vaughn, I think he was interfering it when it was in the cylinder. Tough call on the big fella. So this is quickly turning into a nightmare start for Zielona Gora. More than 5 minutes into the game, and they've yet to score. Bounce pass, beautiful finish by Trevor Lacey. Now Koshadik. Gives it to Vaughn. And Vaughn draws the foul. So Ledeca picks that one up. Vaughn with an opportunity here to stop the rot and get his team on the board. And still can't get it to drop. Second one is good. So he makes one of two and comes out. Johnson Odom passes back out. Now Trevor Lacey travels. Scalati. Zamoski. Zaitsev gets it. And he was bothered. Now Lacey. James Florence also winning the game for Zielona Gora, but it's Sassari that beats the Poles up the floor. And the follow is good. And Florence, good hustle from him. James Florence, 1.85 meters in height. He hustled down. Johnson Odom goes up with the left hand. With a rebound from Heseniak. Hands it off to Florence. Florence drives in, threw it up near the rim, but it went under the rim. Now Carter, and Carter's fouled. So Zamoski, one of the Polish internationals, picks up the foul. Savanovic comes out, Ledeca comes out. Now they're going to call a foul, it appears, on Florence. Florence has definitely brought a sense of energy, he brought some quickness and some attitude, but he was guilty of having his left arm draped over the Sassari player. Penetration, drive, handoff, and good strong move inside by Gabriel Olasene. Now quickly to the other end, and Heseniak goes up and draws the foul. Sacchetti in the game, Stepchevich in the game. So Sassari trying to stretch that advantage. Hrceniak misses the first for Zielona Gora. He makes the second, so 16-4. So trying to stretch that advantage with Sacevic out on the court right now. Well, 8 minutes into the game, Zielona Gora can get a basket here. They'll get it back to 10, maybe 9 if they were to hit a 3. Florence. It's it back to Zamoski. Zamoski looks to his right. Looks for space. He's going to put up a 3. And good rebound inside from Hrceniak, and he's going to get an and one. So it was a good, strong rebound from Hrceniak, and also an opportunity for a three-point play. He makes it. Carter has it, number 23. Now Sacchetti. Brian Sacchetti. Over to Trevor Lacey. Over to Carter. And that was long. Now Florence. He thought about it, but it's going to be Zamoski, and Zamoski hits the three-pointer. Sassari called the timeout. They're up double digits, and all of a sudden, a couple of possessions don't go well, and Zielona Gora have been able to claw some of that deficit back. Pasquini doesn't want his team to lose concentration, so he calls the timeout to sharpen the focus. Hrceniak, 4 points. Gersic has the 3 rebounds, and Florence the 2 assists to lead the individual stat totals of this team. Good crowd on hand tonight. So Sassari start with possession. Minute 3 remaining in the first quarter. Lacey has it. Hrceniak hits, Sacchetti hits the three-pointer. Powerful move inside from Armani Moore, who's checked into the game. So Sacevic going to the line.
Stachevich takes a couple of bounces and strokes it. Years old now, Stachevich. He was one of those Croatians that broke Italian hearts in Turin at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in Turin. Croatia winning against Italy in overtime to qualify for the Olympics and prevent Italy from making it back. Florence steps up and drills a three. And right at the end, oh, and Stachevich almost got it right back. But a little bit of a recovery here for Florence and Zielona Gora. They come back. Here is that three-pointer. Makes it 21-15.
When you go on this bump here, you have to recover your head up.
We see the shooting stats for both teams.
But if you don't go like this, because this is open shot, you take the shot and then after the bump on the net. If you're
The shooting percentage inside the arc for Sassari. But Zielona Gora out-rebounding Sassari right now, 13-8. Well, the 6 turnovers for Zielona Gora. That's too high. They'll pace to 24 in the game.
He will stay up and he will bump. Okay?
Hard, but not long.
First,
Hard, and get back.
first in offense, we go pistol down. But come here, James, and set the step up big for me, okay? 2 minutes. You will sprint opposite side. Let's go, stay together. Let's go.
Well, Zielona Gora getting a lift from their bench, 14 points from the reserves, 7 bench points for Dinamo Sassari. Biggest lead of the game has been 13 points for Dinamo Sassari, but that has been whittled down to just 6. Zielona Gora have yet to take the lead. Florence drives in, puts it up and in. So he is indeed really sparking the team. Zaitsev called for a foul, a bump. Stachevich is in the lane, passes it back out. And the reach, almost a steal by Zamoski. The shot taken before the shot clock. Now Florence has it. Hands it off. Good follow-up. And he's brought some energy to the team as well. Has more. Stachevich. Back to Zicchetti. Loses it. Triggers a break. Florence is going to go all the way. Trying to get a three-point play.
foul on Olaseni. Those free throws good. Sivchevich brings it into the front court. So having led by as many as 13, Sassari are now tied at 21. And good movement from the defense forces another turnover. So DeVecchi turns it over. Florence. And the bounce pass. Goes by Moore. Now Stipchevich probing. Stipchevich over Siketti. And it's going to be wiped off. It's the charge. .7:48 to go in the first half. Stipchevich making that pass. And with Moore falling down, that's why the dudes with the mops came out to wipe up the sweat. Lawrence decides to shoot it. He does, and a foul has been called. Stipchevich is going to come out, and placing him will be Johnson Odom. Lawrence makes the first, doing everything he can to keep him in the game. Lawrence makes the free throw, and for the first time, Zielona Gora have taken the lead. Follow no good from Olaseni, and now Florence in the open floor considers the options. Hands it off. The follow, Zaitsev couldn't quite tap it in. They go back into the game. Siketti has gone out, taking a seat. Here's Florence, he's been the main man. Zaitsev with a good strong rebound. Still Zielona Gora with a 2-point lead, having trailed by as many as 13 points in the first quarter. Odom, he's got it. Oh, nice move inside, but Ledeka couldn't finish. Florence doesn't waste any time, goes all the way down. He missed. Grimaldi in the game for Sassari. And the drive. So that foul will be called on Hritsiniak. Substitutions, Krzyzewski, Koszarek back in the game. Good work from Florence, he goes out. There's Johnson Odom again. Sharp brings it up. So 23-23 right now. Krzyzewski has the ball taken away. Good play, I think, by Ledeca. Johnson Odom now. And he falls down in the lane. Sassari get it back. Trevor Lacey. Another long rebound, this time snared by Krzyzewski. Ball back in the game. Puts it up and in. Lacey. Savanovic fakes it, gets it back to Lacey. He drives in, takes a very difficult shot, driving to the basket, but does draw the foul. In the game for Zielona Gora. Here's Lacey. Second one is good as well. Koszarek brings it over. Krzyzewski to Koszarek. 8 on the shot clock. And the ball rims out. Sassari with the rebound. And Koszarek reaches in and commits the foul. And Koszarek that time thought he had nearly had that three, but it just, the rim wasn't kind to him. Savanovic, good. Boy, he's hit a lot of those in his career, hasn't he? Dusko Savanovic. Krzyzewski shaking and baking outside. An impressive move inside from Jurisic. Number 42. That was his first 2 points of the game. Sassari leading it 28-27.
Savanovic took his time, but overshot the rim. Now Zielona Gora can reclaim the lead. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Kudasheki for three. Good! And Zielona Gora go in front by 2. And Savanovic lost it, was able to get it back, and then was a little bit out of control and charged into the defense. So 2:59 remaining in the first half, and Dinamo Sassari, who had that bright start, now trailing.
In offense, and we are working in defense. We are making any rotation we are making in defense is not aggressive. So in offense now, I want that we run more, go on fist up, move the ball. I want that everybody make the screen and go inside. If there is transition on fist up, I want execution 4 up, and we go ahead for pass the ball inside. After we switch side, the ball one time. In defense, hey, we are 50, ready.
They're
Trying to pick up the aggression, a little bit of the quickness was Haskini.
Pass the ball, spread. 5-4-4, screen, do not allow them side. Clear the side and pick and roll. Let's go, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Gronek drawing up the plays for Zielona Gora. Well, the first Group E game that we saw today wasn't close. Ike winning that one decisively, but this one is full of intrigue. It's really tight. Although the way it started, Dinamo Sassari looked like they might run away with it. But look at that, 22 points from the bench for Zielona Gora. Zielona Gora. And Kashadik launched a 3 and missed. And Savanovic with the rebound. And then he tries to take it up the floor, turns it over. And mental mistake there. Zimoski just took it away and put it up and in. Just trying to do too much. Savanovic. So the biggest lead of the game now for Zielona Gora. Johnson Odom with a pump fake. Lacey. 2 on the shot clock. Johnson Odom. Well, he was able to get it inside. He was able to get the shot off, and it looked like he hit the rim, but ball turns over to Zielona Gora. Two minutes now remaining in the first half. Zimoski takes the bump. Now Lacey, open floor, alley-oop, and Johnson Odom makes no mistake with that one. Great interplay between those two guys. Kashada gets in the lane, and good play by Lacey to knock it away. Johnson Odom again this time, and is able to draw the contact from Zimoski. He was definitely wanting to take the contact. Saw the Zimoski missed is what triggered that break that led to the alley-oop dunk. So 128 remaining, and Sassari with a chance to knot it at 32.
Johnson Oda makes both and does indeed tie it. It's 32 all. Kashardik gets it over to Kaladi. Been quiet tonight. Kaladi puts up a jumper. Good! Right on cue. If he gets it going, he can really pour in the points. Thomas Kaladi. Lacey goes behind the back. Savanovic down on the baseline. Johnson Odom puts up a three. And Lacey with the rebound. Has it knocked away though, and Kashardik hustles, goes down, gets the layup. Great heady play from the Polish international. So about a 6-7 second differential on the game clock, shot clock. Johnson Odom gets in the lane and falls again. That's the second time he's slipped after getting into the lane. That was unfortunate. You saw his right leg just go out from under him. So 11 seconds to go in the first half. Now Florence has come back in for Zielona Gora, who was the guy that really sparked them in their comeback. So a tough break for Johnson Odom. Decker back in the game. Now Kashardik passes to Florence, and he gets it across midcourt and waits a few seconds. Now he's going to launch a three. Hey, hits it! What a turnaround from Zielona Gora. Down 13 in the first quarter. They come storming back in hostile territory, and they go to halftime with the wind in their sails. Great substitution to put Florence back into the game. Good job by Artur Gronek. It's 39-32, Zielona Gora on top of Dinamo Sassari.
La Dinamo Banco in Sardegna è lieta di presentare il suo settore giovanile con il grande vivaio della Dinamo Academy, di cui assieme alla Dinamo fanno parte società in tutta l'isola. Inizia il progetto di crescita dell'intero movimento, con il bianco-blu, la Dinamo 2000, insieme il Bianchero, la Sabe Peralba e il basket insieme Paola Zacchena. Stasera con voi il ragazzo dei giovani sensisti di Centro Mini Basket Alghero di Andrea e Liliana Carosi.
Well, there you have it, folks. The shooting numbers. Each team with 4 3-pointers. Zielona Gora with more success inside. Sassari winning the rebounding battle right now. And also 9 assists to just 3 for Zielona Gora, but it's not enough. Florence has a game high of 12 points. He hit that last 3-pointer to push that lead up to 7, the biggest of the game. For still met Zielona Gora. Second half action coming your way. Don't go away, folks. Here some of the plays in the first half with Sassari getting off to that great start.
It looked like everything was going to go their way early on. But games of basketball can change quite substantially very quickly. And this one did. Look at that great play by Lacey early on. Trevor Lacey's had a good game. That's the bounce pass. That was another pass from Lacey. Looking good at that moment for Sassari. Johnson Odom came in, made a nice pass inside to Olasani. Different looks at that play. And slowly but surely, that was a huge play right there with Hritseniak getting the offensive rebound and put back and got the foul and made the free throw. And this man right here was just electric. Florence, that was Zamoski again hitting the three. Florence, just time and time again, when he had the ball in his hands, he was a real menace. He's the kind of player that if you go out and guard him, he'll go past you, but he's quite happy to stay outside and shoot the three. And his offensive rebounds and putbacks helping Zielona Gora. And that was one they should not have given away. And then they really started to get into their rhythm. Here was Vaughn, who had his struggles early, but he goes up and scores. Savanovic, the veteran, got a three back, but as you watch, it looked like maybe they kind of stemmed the tide, but then Stelmet Zielona Gora went right back and got the three from Grishetsky. And that was a real turnaround because they used that to go on a big run to finish the first half. And that was a ill-advised play by Savanovic trying to dribble the ball up the floor. He turned it over and it led to an easy basket. Here it is again, another look at it. And Zamoski very cleverly hung around the Polish international. And that was an alley-oop dunk. And for a minute there, it looked like the momentum was going to swing back to Sassari. Here it is again. Look at Lacey. Sees his teammate coming. Just beautiful pass from Lacey. And Johnson Odom just threw it down. Then Florence got the ball back in his hands again, right at the end of the first half. And that's where we stand, folks. We're at halftime.
La squadra della promozione con il coach Gianpaolo Mazzoleni. Per ultimi, ma con un grande applauso, accogliamo l'Under 20 Academy, campioni d'Italia Under 18 Elite 2015-2016, con il coach Antonio Mura e Luciano Borgia. Questa è la grande famiglia delle giovanili Dinamo, naturalmente delle sue affiliate, e vi ricordiamo Dinamo 2000, assieme di Alghero, Santa Bernarda, il basket insieme, Paolo Anzacchena. Comuniamo tutti con un grandissimo applauso, ringraziando per la disponibilità tutti i dirigenti, per esempio responsabili del settore giovanile, l'ho detto la mattina, e responsabile del centro di basket, Giovanni Piras, responsabile organizzativo al settore giovanile, Giorgio Gerosa, responsabile tecnico al settore giovanile, e Nicola Secchi, preparatore atletico del settore giovanile. Signori, questa è la Dinamo del futuro. partecipazione in casa e realizziamo insieme con gli ultimi del Banco di Sardegna un semplice conviene che offriamo un tasso
But 39-32, Zielona Gora on top of Dinamo Sassari here at halftime. And it's the opening round of the Champions League regular season, Group B. And it's been a really intriguing game. Dinamo Sassari starting off very well, opening up a 13-point lead. And Zielona Gora comes storming back and ended up taking a 7-point lead to halftime. So no telling how this one is going to pan out. It's been a tale of two quarters. And you have to say, you have to be impressed by the way that Zielona Gora held it together. They could very easily have faded early on, but they came storming back. Florence was terrific. Look at his numbers. 12 points, perfect at the line. He's hit a couple of threes, hit a couple of twos, but just very composed play and kind of the type of player when you're struggling as a team that you like to have in your team. You can give him the ball and he's going to create something. He's either going to create it for himself or for somebody else. He just plays with a lot of confidence. Well, welcome back. It's the second half of Dinamo Sassari and Zielona Gora. Dinamo Sassari trailing by 7 points. And Arthur Gronek wanting to start more in the third quarter, but was told it appeared he had to take him off the court, so he wasn't too happy about that. Carter starts off with a long three and misses for Dinamo Sassari. So Zielona Gora. Jursic gets it inside, spins, goes up strong. Boy, that was an impressive move. That was, I'm going to take it to the rack, and you can try to stop it, but I feel good. 9 points now, the advantage. Ball will remain at this end of the floor. Look at Jursic here. We're right at Saketi on that move. Sacevic in the game. And good box out that time from Saketi. Gets it over to Carter. Now it's going to be the long one from Stipcevic. Rock Stipcevic. They need to pick me up. And Stipcevic delivers it with the three. Now Jursic goes hard to the basket quickly and scores. Saketi's slow on the rotation. And Jursic sensed he had an open path to the basket, which he did. Johnson Odom now passes back to Saketi. Now Stipcevic. Pump fake. Saketi. And it was off the back of the rim. Now Krzyzewski. Florence, who is the architect of Sassari's demise in the first half. Comes out, throws one up too hard that time. And Zamoski beats the Sassari team to the rebound, to the loose ball, and buries the jump shot from the free throw line. And nice drive. Olasani gets it back, puts it over to Johnson Odom, and that's a big offensive rebound. It leads to the three-pointer. Back to a 7-point game. Now Vaughn gets it to Jursic and can't quite catch it. Johnson Odom for three. And Florence telegraphed his pass. It was picked off by Johnson Odom, who alertly passes to Carter, who trailed. He didn't force it. And starting to see signs of a little recovery here from Sassari. Heady play by Johnson Odom. Timeout on the floor.
Press break 2. We start press break 2. 5-for-2. If they will press. First offense. First offense, we move feet 2. If it's not, I'm communication for go up and down. Pay attention. When they start, I need 5 players down. And we go for that. If there is nothing, we play 3 up for go. Oh, please go. When we arrive, I'm losing the road.
Fans having a good time tonight, including those from Poland. What else would you be doing on a Tuesday night? You'd want to be at a basketball Champions League game. Nice crowd here in Sardinia, watching their team Sassari take on the club that won the Polish title, the domestic league last year. Zamoski gets some space, and they crash the boards, but Sassari have it. Stipchevich over to Siketti, wide open. Good! Oh, that was big, and he hits with his fist his own chest to say, that's right, there's more where that came from. Momentum right with the team in white right now. Vaughn sets the pick. Kashardik passes back out to Jursic. Over to Zamoski. That's a tough three. Siketti with the rebound. Johnson Odom. Looked like he didn't quite have it. Stipchevich. Another three-pointer for Sassari, and they have taken the lead. Well, talk about turnaround. Shark looks for his way in. Jursic now. Zamoski. Oh, boy, that is a big-time three right there. Shot clock ticking down. Your team having lost the momentum, and you step up and bury a three. He's having a good game. Johnson Odom has the pass, batted. Gruszecki, and a little bit out of control. Should have gotten rid of it earlier. Siketti, who hit that big three, playing well tonight. Grzeski has to do better there. He's got to read the situation. His coach is telling him to stop and pop, or to pass it out to your teammate for the open three. Carter looks for an opening. Now Stepchevich. He puts up a three. And Moore with the rebound. Kosharek pulls up for a three off the front of the rim. And Herceniak called for the push. (48-46). What a game we have. Group E. Opening round action here in the Basketball Champions League in the regular season. Third foul on Zamaski. He's played well. They don't want to lose him. Stepchevich. Oh, nice idea, but off the hands of his teammate. Zamaski. Olaseni just couldn't catch the pass from Stepchevich. And now Moore flies in, puts it up off the glass and in. So back to a 4-point advantage for Zielona Gora. Nice pass, and this time Olaseni does catch it and scores. Great play by Sassari. Zamaski again. This time he was fouled by Trevor Lacey. This game is nip and tuck. Sassari were out of it, out of sync, but they have been able to come back. Look at Saketi. He's arguing that he's not too close to the line. Ref says you got to give him some space, big man. Zaitsev just kind of lost it as he went up. And that led to the foul by Herceniak. Well, Stepchevich puts up another three. Lacey's got it. Lacey, now he doesn't have it. He fumbles it away. Lukas Kosharek over to Moore, who thought about the three. Puts up the shot too hard off the glass. And the reach that time, and the foul called on Moore. So Sicchetti hearing the applause as he leaves the game. He played well in the third quarter. Sicchetti makes the first one. Sicchetti takes his time, puts it up and in. We've got a barn burner, folks. It's 50-50. Zaitsev, a little bit careless. Sicchetti just takes it away. Now he's out on the break, hands it off wisely, and Sassari take the lead, reclaim the advantage. Well, Zaitsev has been a little careless when he's had the ball since coming off the bench. And nice touch pass, but Hrseniak doesn't catch it. Sicchetti, no look. Lacey. Offensive foul has been the call. I think it illegal screen on the big fella. Ledeca. That was Sicchetti taking the ball away. Zaitsev can put up a three, but he was short. Sicchetti dances into the lane. Are they going to count it? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's Zielona Gora ball. Coming up on the 1 minute mark of the third. Florence. Kashadik. Wow, that was quality from Florence. The long three-pointer. And he puts his team back in front. He thrives in adversity. Sicchetti was online but short. Soniak gets it inside, and Savanovic called for the foul. Florence inbounds it. 25 seconds. Now the turnover. Good play by Johnson Odom, and over to Lacey, who puts it up and in off the glass. Well, some turnovers have led to fast break points for Sassari here in the third quarter. Florence, is he going to hit another one? He puts it up and in. That brought some rain, and look at that. A little jig afterwards from Florence. He's loving the occasion. This may well be the play of the game right here. He brought some rain with that. Goodness gracious. Let's take another look at it. Well, certainly at the end of the quarters, that's the man you want to have the ball if you're Stelmet Zielona Gora. They now lead 56-54 with 10 minutes remaining. 7 3-pointers now for Zielona Gora. Sassari, though, have 8 of 23. Both teams shooting well. Sassari shooting very well from the line. Look at that. Sassari with 17 assists to just 5 for Zielona Gora. Zielona Gora now out-rebounding Sassari by 9.
We will come like this.
Arthur Gronek
This angle.
drawing up some plays here.
Yeah.
How sweet would it be to get a road win for his team in their first basketball Champions League game?
You don't need to go on the basket. Pass the ball, roll, and we go on the other side because they are focused on the one side and in the play. We need to move the ball from side to side.
Autostrada unica concessionaria Jeep per Sassari e il North Sardegna.
Look at that again. With 4.12 seconds remaining, and it falls through the hoop with about 2 seconds left. So there's the quarter-by-quarter scoring. You can see Dinamo had outscored the team from Poland by 5 in the third quarter, but they still trail. Let's see, what are they calling here? So they're saying Dinamo Sassari ball. Ivanovic has it, and Stepchevich still in the game. He's got it. Lacey to Stepchevich. Johnson Odom brought it down. Florence almost came up with a pick. They've got to hurry. It's going to be Stepchevich for 3. And it's a little long. Good defense from Zielona Gora to disrupt the shooters. Kashardik. Oh boy, the veteran. Six points for him now. Inside to Johnson Odom, and he draws the foul. Stepchevich getting the words from Pasquini over there on the sideline. A little delay here as Johnson Odom gets up off the ground and dries himself off. Now he goes to the line and makes the first free throw. And the second one is good, so it gets it back to a 2-point deficit. And a foul called on Trevor Lacey. Third foul on him. Kashar gets it to Florence. Kaladi. So the long rebound comes out, but nobody was there to snare it. And Sassari now can tie it or take the lead. Savanovic gets in the lane. A little bit too hard with the shot. Koshardik takes what the defense gives and then passes back out to Florence. And the drive from Florence. And that triggers a break for Stipchevich, who alertly gives it to Johnson. Odom for the two-handed flush. How about that? They broke quickly. Great play by Stipchevich. Great identification. And Johnson Odom running the court well. Florence behind the back pass. We've got a tie game. Koshardik. Oh, another clutch three from one of those Polish internationals. That takes guts to step up and take that when you feel the momentum swinging the other way. Savanovic decides to take another three, well short. That triggers a break now. Kaladi, but he loses it. The ball ends up in the hands of his teammate, and Koshardik misses. So Sassari dodged a bullet. What a game we're being treated to tonight. This is what the Basketball Champions League is all about. Giants from Poland, last year's champs, taking on Dinamo Sassari in a real battle here in Italy. You love the European competition. Good crowd. Kaladi gets in the lane. Short. Now Johnson Odom avoids the defense and goes in for another jam and cuts that deficit back to one. And he looks over at the bench and says, "Coach, I need a blow." Needs to catch his breath. At least I think that's what he was saying. Under 6 minutes to go. And that foul called on Ledeca. Moore and Zamoski coming in. Yep, Johnson Odom needed to catch his breath. He's been sensational at times, Johnson Odom. Look at that hustle. Who wouldn't need to catch your breath after a play like that? And it goes to Vaughn. Passes back. And Moore came in, tried to get the dunk. And Sassari stood in front of him, preventing him to get to the rim. He was wanting to foul, but nothing was called. Now, Stipchevich. Over to Lacey. Off the back of the rim, and Jurisic has it. Boy, the game has kind of a frantic pace at the moment. And Zielona Gora slow it up. Oh, he's dancing, Koshardik. Foul called. Foul called on Dinamo Sassari with 5:13 remaining. Well, Johnson Odom is on the bench, but you wonder how long that's going to be because he has a team-high 15 points while Florence has a game-high 18 points for Zielona Gora. Florence catching his breath on the bench as well. Zamoski has 10 points. He's dribbling around up top. He's played exceptionally well today, or tonight. Koshardik, 4 on the shot clock. Back to Zamoski. He's open, but well too long. Vaughn unable to beat Lacey to the rebound. And Sacchetti over to Stevchevich. .445 remaining. Sacchetti for three! And boy, Zielona Gora flirted with a foul and a potential 4-point play, but Sassari with that basket have gone back in front 63-61. Now Moore gets inside and a block called on Ledeca, and he has to be careful. He doesn't want to show up the referee. They'll blow it. They'll call you for a tee. No, they have called the tee. That's why you don't want to argue. He's also fouled out of the game because of it. So you know, even though you don't get the call, you can't bounce off the floor shouting and yelling and give the referee the idea that you're showing him up and disputing it too much, because he will call the technical. And if he calls the technical, you pick up another foul and you're out of the game. So that is a big, big moment right there. And Koszarczyk takes advantage and cuts the deficit to 1. And now a foul called on Dinamo Sassari with 4:09 remaining. And Sacchetti has picked up the foul. That's 5 team fouls. Free throws for Zaitsev. And right now you get the feeling that Dinamo Sassari are having kind of a siege mentality. As the world is against us. They need to start playing basketball. Stop worrying about the referees. It's taking them out of their game. So Zaitsev relatively quiet tonight, but goes to the line and makes 2. Kushetsky, will he be coming back in shortly? Just got some words from the coach. We're at the 4-minute mark now here in this thriller, this barn burner of a game. Whoa, what a turnaround. Now Stevchevich goes back and hits another 3. The Croatia international, the Olympian, he's playing well. It's all happening, folks. This is where you want to be, on the island of Sardinia in Italy, watching Dinamo Sassari trade blows with Zielona Gora.
They have to go under. Go! And they got 3 small fouls. If you are in front of him, make 12.
See that Ledeca has fouled out of the game for Dinamo Sassari. Sacchetti has 3, so that's the foul trouble for them. Ledeca has to sit there and think about it. Well, maybe he was right. Maybe there was no foul, but you can't lose your composure
as he did and get yourself a technical and a 5th foul. He'll learn from it. Kashardik hands it off. Beautiful drive. Oh, the travel called on Hertzeniak. Well, that was a well drawn up play for Poland. The pick, the roll. Now Siketti. Almost a turnover. Siketti gets it, and can you believe it? Are they going to count that? They should. They should, just because it was such an amazing shot, but they're not. Sassari done a great job fighting through some adversity here in this game. Both teams have, in fact. Sipchevich. Siketti, though, loses it and almost committed the unsportsmanlike. And Zaitsev takes it all the way down and scores with the layup to knot it at 66. Siketti's beside himself. It was a costly turnover. Look at this. He almost commits the foul. No, he didn't. He just kind of swung his arm. I thought he was trying to reach and pull Zaitsev back, but he wasn't.
When DJ or Rock receive the ball here,
Well, Carter's been quiet in the second half.
make the screen. Yeah, but this one, hey, listen. Make
We got 2 small fouls. In offense, stay cool, and we go on the rebound. We 5, 4, and 3. If they will go in fast break, we have to stop them earlier. We got 2 small fouls. First offense, we go strong, pin down from pointer.
Well, the fans enjoying this one. I'm sure enjoying it, and I know that you are. This could end up being the top game of the opening round. It's been a real humdinger, a barn burner, whatever you want to call it, a nail biter. That was a dunk in the first half. Lacey hooking up with Johnson Odom, and now Johnson Odom, who hit that jumper, is back in the game. He's got 15 points, 4 assists, and those 2 steals that you see. Johnson Odom, it's on line, and it's good. Well, rest was just what he needed. And now the question is, can they ride his back to victory? Zamoski fumbled it, and now they take it away. Johnson Odom again. Beautiful pass to Stepchevich. He missed the layup, and Siketti, instead of going up, decided to bring it out. Wise decision. Lacey. Oh, beautiful pass by Lacey. And shot clock violation, however. Siketti couldn't quite catch it and go up. It looked almost as if he was trying to pass it again, but maybe he just couldn't grab it. Well, Florence is back in the game, and I think that's the right move. It could come down to a Florence-Johnson Odom showdown. There's Kashardik. Zaitsev, well, that was somewhat questionable shot selection in my opinion. He was open. He can hit it, but maybe he took it too soon. Johnson Odom. Step back. Off the back of the rim. Florence, no look. Kashardik. Oh, beautiful play, Kashardik, but then Zaitsev went up weak with the ball. Oh, Zaitsev has to do better there.
8 on the shot clock. Sassari with a 2-point lead. Bounce pass to Olaseni. Outside to Siketi. And off the iron. Pitseniak with the rebound. Oh, the whiff of overtime is wafting through the nostrils right now, folks. Florence for 3. And that drew iron. Koshadic reached up and committed the foul with 45.9 seconds remaining. Well, the way that Florence has played, I suppose that three-pointer you can live with, that three-point attempt. Johnson Odom. Now Sipchevich. Sipchevich drives in, misses, but the follow from Lacey. Boy, that was huge. Koshadic almost lost it, gets it to Vaughn. Vaughn goes up and travels. And right now it looks like Dinamo Sassari might just have done enough with 17.6 seconds remaining. I tell you, the play that was the real killer, in my opinion, was Zaitsev missing the layup after the great work from Koshadic. Sipchevich misses here, but look who comes flying in for the offensive rebound and putback. Lacey.
Hey. Inbound here. Trevor, make inbound. DJ, you are here. Rock is here. Gabe, Brian. Hey,
Saw the leading scores there. Paschini's done a good job, I think, of sticking with the players that had the hot hand. He felt like Sipchevich was going to help him in the second half, and has basically just left him in the entire time. Florence has the 18, Zamoski 10, Koshadic and Moore with 8 apiece. Well, anybody that knows the game knows that 17 seconds is a long time in basketball. Must have dragged his foot. But you'd definitely rather be in the position, in the shoes of Dinamo Sassari at this point. Up for possession, 17.6 seconds to go. Lacey inbounds it to Siketi. Fourth foul. And Koshadic trying to get a turnover with the pressure D, 15.5 seconds to go. So at the line, Sipchevich. Good free throw shooter. He could take it up to a 6-point lead. At which point, you would think, okay, so the coach, Paschini, wants to make a substitution after this free throw. Well, that guy was clapping pretty well with a broken arm. 15.5 seconds, so Carter comes back in. And Florence is not going to attempt a three, but the quick two. And now the goal interference. They're going to count the two with 10 seconds to go. And now words exchanged with Lacey and Florence. So now Zielona Gora called timeout. Johnson Odom has the 17 points, Stepchevich the 15 points. And Lacey the 10 points. Probably, Kevy's had some big moments as well here. He's got 9 points, 5 rebounds. The way they played in the second half has really been the difference. I have to really applaud Johnson Odom. He really got after it in the second half. And Stepchevich proving once again he is that spark that Sassari need. Zielona Gora have played well too. So Lacey's going to inbound it. Sacchetti turns it over quickly, and a dunk from Jurcic with 5.1 seconds to go. That was the worst. That was what Sassari could not afford to do. Now it's just a 2-point game with 5.1 seconds to go, and you can see how quickly they can get it into transition. So no timeout. Substitution. Olaseni is going to come out, and Carter's going to come back in. See if they can get a steal. Gosh, what about the prospect of a game-winning three-pointer for Zielona Gora? What an opening game in Group E here for these two teams. It's terrific. And Lacey fouled by Zamoski with 4.2 seconds to go. Sacchetti saying he was pushed, I'm guessing, which led to the turnover, but here's Lacey at the line, good shooter, but at this time of the game, those shots are harder to make. Okay, they still got a prayer. If he misses this, if he makes it, it's going to be awfully difficult for Zielona Gora with just 4.2 seconds to go. And Lacey makes both. And they want to make sure that nobody does anything stupid like foul the three-point shooter.
See, you will take the ball. Next screen for Kosa. Screen feed. Change. After screen feed. Heavy. Screen. Foul. Okay. You have it. Hey, come on. Gonna do like this. Go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, keep this going.
If they could get a quick two with a long pass, and force Sassari to inbound. That might be on their mind. They'll advance the ball. So I don't think Sassari will want to be fouling, obviously, because you run the risk of a basket and free throws. Shardik puts up a three, and that's how it finishes. 74-70, tough loss for the team from Poland. Zielona Gora, they played great, but so did Dinamo Sassari. They held it together, they fought through the adversity, and they win their opening Group E match 74-70. 48% inside the arc for Sassari. They hit 10 threes, 2 more than their opponents. And look at the free throws, 16 of 16 at the line. Don't you love seeing that if you're the coach? Sassari also with those 20 assists to just 6 for Zielona Gora. And both teams with 8 steals. Great atmosphere, great win. Johnson Odom, tip your hat to him, folks. It's a tough call. Who was the MVP of that game? Was it him? Was it Lacey? Was it Stipchevich? I think you could make a case for all three. Zielona Gora have a long way to go in this season to get on track. They would have loved to have gotten a road win tonight, but it wasn't to be. And you love seeing the players go to acknowledge the crowd that has been here supporting them for the entire game. Well, we saw a lot of good moves. That was a strong move from Jurcic at the start of the second half. And we saw Stipchevich start to get hot, start to be really influential. Zamoski hit big shot after big shot tonight. Seemed like every shot he hit was a big shot. Johnson Odom just played with a lot of heart, a lot of intestinal fortitude. And that was another three by Stipchevich. And more came flying in. Zaitsev, that was a costly turnover because that led to points. And that was a big three. Here was Johnson Odom again. Up to Lacey, who just laid it up and in. That was early in the fourth quarter. And that was one of the game's big moments there when he got loose on the break. Again, Johnson Odom races up ahead and dunks it one-handed this time. So he had 3 dunks. Also had that alley-oop in the first half. Did Johnson Odom. Stipchevich just continued to hit the big shots, come up with the big plays. And this did not count, even though it went in. Sacchetti wanted it. Who can blame him? Johnson Odom once again with another big jump shot.
So that's how it finishes, folks. And as Dinamo Sassari leave the court smiling, they've claimed an important win here. Important because you always want to start a league campaign with a win, the Basketball Champions League. Still met Zielona Gora, however, they don't need to hang their heads. They played well. Thanks for watching.